In today's world, business changes by the minute. You hear the buzzwords every day. But what do they mean when it comes to selling to today's customer? One who is looking for a solution, for value, and for speed. How do you build your organization to win the rapidly growing market of customers who don't buy the way we're used to selling? No matter what type of business your customers are in, the approach is much the same. If you choose to win, it's time to get started on the road to repeatability.
Hey! How was the New York Trade Show?
It was great. We have so many new clients interested in our next collection.
Great.
But we've got some challenges.
That's great, but what are the challenges?
So our system's barely kept up with our last collection.
Well, that's true, but you know we can't afford the kind of technology we had before we struck out on our own.
But this is the opportunity. I'll do some research. We'll make something work.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Some of our new clients are in Europe.
Great. Multi-currency, too? I suppose they want EDI as well?
Of course they do. All right, let's see what we have here. Apparel management. Fashion software plus forecasting. Well, that's interesting. 3 systems keep coming up. Let's see what my folks on my social network have to say. Hey, everyone, anyone heard of Contoso? All right, people, don't let me down. People seem to like Contoso. Outgrown your current fashion software. Now that looks interesting.
Contoso's solution frees you to focus on what really matters in fashion: design, creative, and building your brand.
Contoso just might have what we need. Let's see what Antonio thinks.
Just what I need, another make-work project on top of everything else I have going on. There is no way we can afford one of these systems. Well, here we go. Wonder if these guys manage dimensions. Does Contoso support dimensions? Styles, color, size, and item groups. Do you have product data management? No. That's all for now. Thanks for your time. That's interesting. Dear Antonio, I'm following up on your recent interest in our top 10 things to consider when selecting fashion software white paper. I'll be reaching out to you within the next 2 days to share how other apparel companies have implemented Contoso to improve sales order management and improve profitability. If there's an ideal time to connect, please provide me with a date and time that works best for you. Okay, how about 2 o'clock today? Antonio speaking.
Antonio, this is Lucas Keller calling from Consultative. I'm following up on your recent interest in our fashion management solution. Wondering how I can help you today.
Yeah, well, we're looking to replace our current system, and yeah, I'd like to learn a little bit more about Consultative.
Certainly. Now, can you share with me what you're looking for in a new system?
Yeah, we're a relatively small designer of winter outerwear that's going into its third collection.
We've outgrown our current system, and we're looking for something a little bit more integrated and flexible.
Okay. Now, what do you mean by more integrated and flexible, Antonio?
Currently, our sales order system isn't integrated into our accounting system, and we have a manual process for tracking order issues and issuing credit notes.
Okay. Now, how do you currently work around those challenges today?
Well, mostly Excel, spreadsheet, and brute force.
Now, I have to ask, why change systems now?
Well, it looks like our next collection is going to be significantly larger, and I just don't think we can manage with what we have in place today.
You know what? Now, with this growth, do you also plan on expanding your sales organization?
Potentially. Why do you ask?
Well, have you thought about providing your reps with
Access to things like sales orders and pricing information remotely from their smartphones or tablets?
I'd like to see that.
Well, great.
After our call, what I can do is send you through a link to some short videos that we put together that kind of demonstrates that capability.
Cool.
You mentioned you were having some challenges with sales order management.
If you've got 5 to 10 minutes, I'd like to actually show you how Consultative addresses, the challenges with that process right now. Would you like to see it?
Hey, if it's only 5-10 minutes, sure.
Great. I'll send you a link.
And then walk you through the process.
Okay, sounds good.
So, Antonio, what are your thoughts on how we handle sales order management?
Well, it's a heck of a lot better than what we do today.
As a next step, what I'd like to do is coordinate a conversation with some of the other project stakeholders to better understand their expectations and requirements for this project. Now, who else?
Working with you on this project.
Our founder will be involved as well, but it's a little premature to schedule a meeting with her at this point.
Now, I'm curious, why do you feel it's a bit premature to introduce your founder?
As manager of operations, I'll be the one responsible for actually implementing the system and working with it on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, what I'd like to suggest is that, first, maybe you and I spend some time together better understanding, the AdventureWorks requirements.
After that, I'd like to provide you with a list of questions that we could propose to your founder, and then schedule a call for the three of us to hear her perspective on the project.
What I want to do is eliminate the risk of us misrepresenting our solution based on a misunderstanding. If we followed that approach, you and I working together first and then engaging with her later, would you feel comfortable coordinating some time with her?
I suppose so.
Excellent. Now, before we have that conversation,
what I'd like to do is send you a summary that kind of captures my understanding of what we talked about today, as well as some suggestions on next steps. If you could review it and forward any comments or corrections, I'd really appreciate it.
Certainly.
Thanks. Thanks for your time, Antonio. I really look forward to working with you on this initiative.
Thank you, Lucas.
Antonio, thanks for setting up this call.
Hey, no problem.
and Holly, I appreciate you making time for us today. Now, from my discussions with Antonio,
I understand that the primary reason for upgrading your system is to support the increased volumes that you expect
from your new collection.
That's right.
Now,
What other business challenges or objectives do you feel could also be addressed or impacted by this specific initiative?
We need better reporting.
Okay, so what specific reports do you feel are most critical to your running your business that you don't have today?
Well, I'd like to analyze the buying trends for one, and I'd like better profitability reporting.
How are you managing the business without that information?
Well, we're doing it in Excel right now, but I don't have a lot of faith in that's accuracy.
Well, that's definitely something that I hear often. How does that impact you on a day-to-day basis?
For example, trying to determine exactly what size, style, and color were most popular last year, that would be a huge, huge help, as well as getting year-over-year comparisons by different dimensions.
Well, Holly, would you be interested in spending 5 to 10 minutes reviewing an executive dashboard that comes pre-configured in Contoso? I can send you a quick link and then walk you through how our system displays many of the reports you just mentioned.
For real, I would love that.
Great, I'll send it right over.
Thanks.
This is Antonio.
Hey, Antonio, this is William Looney of A-Datum Corporation. I'm following up on your inquiry, and I want to learn a little
more about your project.
Okay.
Great. Now, what sort of budget do you have set aside for this project, Antonio?
Well, we haven't decided on an actual budget yet.
Well, we just started looking at vendors.
Okay, fair enough. When do you plan on having a budget in place?
Well, once we learn
More about what the actual cost will be from the vendors that we speak to.
Great. Now, who besides you, Antonio, will be involved in making the purchase decision?
I will be the decision maker on this project.
Fantastic. Then I'm definitely speaking to the right person.
Now, Antonio, when do you feel you'll be starting this project?
What do you mean?
When are you going to be making a purchase decision?
Well, I suspect that we'd like to have it up and running before our next winter collection launches.
When is that?
Soon.
Excellent. Now, Antonio,
What are you looking for in a new system?
we're primarily interested in better reporting.
Improved order management and EDI.
That's great. You know, A-Datum Corporation software is a world leader in business intelligence and management reporting.
Reporting, we've been recognized with numerous awards.
Yeah.
That's interesting, William, but, you actually caught me at a bad time, and
I actually have to run.
No problem. I'll call you in a couple of days, and I can tell you more about our solution.
okay, have a nice day.
You too.
What an idiot.
Nailed it.
Today we'll be focusing on the 5 core functional areas that you said
Are your most critical business challenges: buying and trend reporting, order management, invoicing and credit notes, product data management, and EDI.
Is there anything that you feel would not support the growth you anticipate from your next collection?
Nothing I can think of.
What about from an accounting perspective, Kathy? Is there anything else you'd like to explore?
No, I mean, I really think I have all I need.
Holly?
No, I think you've given us a lot to think about.
Okay then.
Feel free to reach out if you have any questions that come up after we wrap up today.
We definitely will. Thanks for your time today.
Hey, you're welcome. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, Antonio, Kathy, what do you guys think?
I mean, clearly they have all the functionality I'm looking for from a finance and accounting point of view.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's obvious that they developed their application specifically for fashion, and it certainly addresses all my requirements.
I agree, but don't you think it's kind of similar to what we've seen from the other vendors?
Yeah, it's similar, but, I mean, I thought we moved forward with Contoso because they understand the fashion industry and our requirements, and they can implement their solution in less than 30 days. And then maybe we can spend some of the money that we budgeted for this project and hire a new salesperson.
That'd be great. And actually, they had me sold when I saw that dashboard. So let's put the other vendors on hold for now.
Works for me.
Great. Thanks.
Holly, Antonio, before I send over our final proposal,
I'd like to reconfirm our understanding of your project to make sure I haven't missed anything, as well as walk you through our recommended solution.
now is there anything else you two would like to add to this agenda?
Are we going to be discussing pricing today?
Absolutely.
In fact, I put together a couple different options for you.
Good.
So, Holly, based on everything that we've reviewed today, do you feel comfortable moving forward with Contoso?
Well, we still have a few other proposals to review before we make a final decision.
I completely understand. But based on the proposal and approach we've recommended,
Are there any outstanding concerns about our ability to support the launch of your new collection?
Nothing I can think of, Antonio.
Nothing on my front.
great. Well, then I'll update the proposal based on this conversation and have it in your inbox by the end of the day.
Thank you, Lucas.
You got it.
Well, that was refreshing, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, all the other vendor proposals were like 30, 40 pages long. All I looked at was the prices. I mean, Contoso was the only vendor that actually took the time to explain the recommendations and pricing options.
I had a good feeling about Contoso from the start.
Hey, Holly, did you call Contoso yet?
Oh, no, I'll do that right now.
Lucas speaking.
Hey, Lucas, it's Holly from AdventureWorks. So I'm
Calling to let you know that Antonio, Kathy, and I have decided to move forward with Contoso. And I also want to thank you so much for all the hard work you've put into this.
Hey, that's great news, Holly. Do you have any outstanding questions at all?
Nope, I'm all set.
Well, in that case, I'll send over our contract.
All you need to do is complete and return the form electronically, and I can start coordinating resources and schedules with Antonio.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing that.
It is on its way. Hey, thanks for the call, Holly.
Thanks so much.
The road to repeatability? From search to sold in less than 30 days. Phone calls? 5. Engagement time? 6 hours, 15 minutes. Cost of sale? Low. Deals closed? High. Referral probability? High. Upsale opportunity? Very high.
Customer relationship management. Now that's something we could get a lot better at. Pam, please reach out to Lucas and see if this is a fit.
Hi, may I speak to Lucas, please?
How will you use these principles on your road to repeatability?